Okay.
Okay. Ready?
3, 2, 1. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back
What's up,
to
gang?
another episode of Mental Breakups, where in this episode we're going to find out if we've matured more. Maybe. Okay, so I will be in charge of this episode today. I'm your host, Ritz, and as you can tell by the title behind me, we will be talking about communities. Yeah, so excited. See, I want you guys to think of a community kind of like a kaleidoscope, which, let's admit, is a little trippy when you look through the thing and the little shifting colors and the little bits and pieces. But where every twist and turn reveals something new and unexpected. Whether it be forming new bonds or reflecting on the ones we've moved on and matured from, the foundation of every community is built upon the individuals that choose to be a part of it. So initially, this was supposed to be our background with a few more photos from a TV show called The Community, which is a fire TV show. And it's actually a TV show that kind of would represent this episode really well because it involves where in a community college, they form a Spanish study group that is both multicultural and intergenerational. And they go through the college experience together. And it's just really wholesome because they all came from different upbringings, backgrounds, and stages of life. That's why I want to lead with this first question. I want to ask all of you, what are the types of communities that you feel like you belong to or identify with?
Do you want to go first, right?
Do I want to go? Okay. So this is a really interesting question, I feel like, because when I think of a community, I think of people who have similar interests to me or people who think of have the same ideas about something. And at the moment, I would say the community that I'm most part of would definitely be my school community, at least here at university, because I see them almost every day. But I also I used to have a really close-knit community back at home, where growing up, we would always meet every single day, constantly, no matter the occasion, no matter we're done with school, every night or every day in the evening, we would go to the park and we would just hang out together, and it was so cute. I've had different communities at different stages of my life, but I think the one I'm affiliated most with at the moment is definitely my university community. Yeah.
I'd say the same. I think I'm at uni the most, and majority of my friends, as of right now, are from uni. I'd say also the dance community. I love to dance, so that's a community, and probably the Filipino community.
Philippines!
Philippines! I'd say I am part of the Filipino community, but that's something I've been quite distant with. As of right now.
No, I totally
I'm fake
agree.
Filipino.
As a Filipino, as a very whitewashed Filipino, I'm quite far from the actual Filipino community. But I mean, I guess there is sort of this sub-community of whitewashed Filipinos that basically I would say I'm a part of.
Yeah.
But then other than that, community-wise, I'd say the one I'm closest to is probably still my high school friends.
Yeah,
That sort of, because I don't know, even though we don't all see each other all the time and we go to different places, it's just the one that I'm most comfortable in and the one that I can be myself in the most. Yeah, I'd say. But then in terms of, hobbies and stuff, don't really see myself as part of another community in that way.
That's so fair. When you have different hobbies and things, do you prefer to do it more on your own rather than with a group of people who have those similar interests, or is it something else behind it?
It depends really, because there are some things that I would like to do on my own. Actually, I was gonna say music, because I do music stuff on my own a lot, but then it would be nice to find like a nice group of people that like to jam and like to play music together. But then, yeah, I mean, I guess like in terms of sports, maybe that's also good to find a community with, obviously, because a lot of sports are team oriented, especially the ones that I play, like football, basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball,
Clearly
NBA,
in a
Houston
basketball
Rockets.
jersey.
Yeah. So it just depends basically on like, I don't know, how I'm feeling.
You're feeling, bet.
Yeah.
I'll take that. What about you, Christy?
I used to see myself as part of the ballet community because I actually did that back then.
You did ballet?
Yeah.
How do we not know this?
Actually, based off of her,
So
like,
cool.
she's so elegant. and
Yeah,
graceful.
actually.
Well, I don't know about this.
Maybe not so demure as we thought. No, I'm kidding. Do tell.
So I did ballet for since I was around 2, and then I did it until I was around COVID times because I had to, because we didn't get to practice because of quarantine. And then I lost most of my confidence when it comes to, on point. You have to go on your toes. So that requires a lot of strength and courage as well. And then I just lost that strength and courage to go single-legged because of COVID. And then I decided to quit. But now it's still amazing to know people who did ballet. I'm like, oh, you did ballet as well? And then we could talk about different exercises because they're in French. So not everyone
I did
would.
ballet. Yeah.
When did you do ballet?
When I was in Form 1 to Form 3.
I see.
So I did grade 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Y'all so elegant. What the fuck?
Sandra's elegant as well.
Yeah, I did
don't know
ballet
about
too, guys.
that.
I did ballet too.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
gang.
Yeah, I did ballet. I was totally not a little chubby girl doing an Indian hip hop dance class every week.
Dance
So cute,
class.
though.
Love it.
Bro, I used to love dance. I used to be exactly like you. I was so passionate about it until I lost so much confidence because I don't know. I felt like I was embarrassing myself every time I got on stage because it was just so bad. But you know what? I love it again now, and so we're back at it.
Show us the moves
A little
later.
bit.
We'll
You know,
post
we
a
can do
little
a
clip.
wave. Let's do
Okay, Ritz. Okay, Ritz with the Riz.
We got the Ritzler in the house.
got the
So Vanessa community.
Definitely the dance community. Yeah, because I've been dancing since kindergarten, so it's part of me. I would say I used to do rope skipping professionally, so I was comfortable in the rope skipping community. But now I prefer dancing more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your
Clearly,
favorite
she knows how to
genre?
move, bro.
Does.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah.
What's your favorite genre?
Genre?
Yeah.
I always loved jazz.
Okay.
Now besides jazz, I like Afro.
Ooh.
Afro, it's a very good one. Yeah.
Yo, low-key, teach me, yo. I want to move like that too.
No, I love Afro.
Yeah, Afro songs are so good.
They're
Dude.
so good.
Yeah.
And the way they just make you want to naturally kind of move your body, it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go on,
all
Ritz. Go on,
right.
Ritz.
You know?
I'm losing control.
Can't help myself. No, I'm kidding. I went for an Afrobeats night maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and oh my God, one of the best nights of my life. It was so good. I didn't want to leave. Me and my friends didn't want to leave. It was just so good. Everyone around you, literally, sometimes when you go outside and you meet a few creepy people here and there that kind of look at you in a certain way.
Yeah.
But at this place, it was genuinely, everyone was just appreciating the music and appreciating the vibes, and everyone was just dancing to dance, and to have fun and let loose, and it was so nice. Loved it. But okay, guys, within your communities, I want to ask you, this is a bit of a deeper question because it kind of involves more who you are as a person within your community and the roles that you adopt. So I want to ask, do you guys feel like you change who you are depending on the type of community you're around, or are you the same throughout? Do we all have multiple personality disorder or a single personality? I'm kidding. I'm completely kidding, by the way. We don't have multiple personality disorder. But anyways, do answer, do tell. What do you guys think?
I think I definitely do change depending on the community that I'm around. I feel like as people, we all have like the innate trait to want to fit in somewhere. And so like maybe we don't change too drastically, but I mean, we'll probably like have a few tiny little like adjustments to like how we act or because we want people in certain communities to perceive us in a certain way, I guess, to sort of fit into the norm in that community. But I don't know. I think I definitely do switch up, you know.
Can you give me an example of something you've done, even no matter how small, no matter how big, it doesn't matter, just like something you've personally done to make a tweak to fit in somewhere or like to like be a part of that community more?
I think humor is a big thing.
I agree.
In different communities, people obviously have different senses of humor and sometimes different levels of what is acceptable to say or not.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I feel like I definitely have to switch up like maybe the type of jokes that I make when I'm around a certain community.
That's the same with me. Within like my school community and dance community, I feel like I'm way more confident, way more outgoing.
I agree.
Yeah, I feel like everyone there also just like allows you to be unapologetically you. But within my Filipino community, and for example, like my titas and titos, so like my uncles and aunts, I have to be so reserved and act like I'm the best little girl ever. So yeah, that's how I like switch up.
So agree.
Yeah.
Yo, like exactly what you said. I resonate with that so much because see, there are a lot of communities that I've been like put into as well through my family because it's just who I was introduced to initially. Because like obviously when you grow up, you do make your own friends through school, but then you also have after school activities and trips and other like your family's friends and their kids.
Yeah.
And there's just so many little things that form around you and you can't really help it. But just because you're told to be a part of something like that and that is technically a community of yours, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna stay true to that, like to who I am the whole time, you know? Like yes, I will still be myself, but maybe not 100% with certain communities. So say with my university community, the majority of them are like Indian. So comfortable just like, I don't know, like swearing in like Hindi or like saying something or like, you know, making jokes here and there and they'll get it and they won't judge me for it. As opposed to like, if I'm with like other groups of people who maybe don't adopt those same values and if you say something like that around them, they kind of look at you like, what did you just say? Like, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, maybe I don't say this in front of you and I'm gonna say that in front of someone else, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I do completely understand where you guys are coming from, but like in terms of communities I've been put into by my like parents, like the Indian community, I have to be so careful around everything I say, the way I dress, the way I present myself. Like, there's a thing that I have to do sometimes when I leave for events with these types of communities. Basically, like my mom, you know, like eyeliner, but like the one that you put on your waterline.
Yeah.
She'll take that and she'll put like a little dot at the back of my ear. Oh. And it's like to protect me from nazar. And nazar, it's kind of like an evil eye thing. And it's like when people subconsciously are thinking about you or like thinking negatively about you or in any way about you, it can really bring your energy down. And so when you put that, kind of protects your energy. I also wear like a little black thread at the bottom of like my shoe, like on my ankle. And one time I went to a wedding in Hong Kong, and by the end of the event, me and my sister, like, the event was on the first floor and we had to go to the ground floor, and it was one flight of stairs. We're walking down the flight of stairs and I'm like, something's dangling on my leg, and I was wearing heels, yeah? I lift up my dress and the thread is broken. Ooh. And this, like, you take a lighter and you seal shut like that. Like the thread, you seal the knot shut with the lighter so it doesn't come out. And this was like really like someone pulled it and broke in half. So like I really believe in that a lot. Like I don't know, maybe people were like subconsciously thinking about the way that I dressed or how I presented myself, but it's so important to protect yourself even within a community that you're part of, because you never know. You never know.
For sure.
Okay, sorry. I feel like that was a lot. Yeah. Let's move on to you guys.
You're gonna get cursed. Your turn.
Okay. For me, it's kind of the same, like as Sandra. Like in the dance community, I would say I'm more confident and more extroverted.
Yeah.
Like, because the dance community, they're very open. Like whether you're dancing, you're good, you're a better dancer or not, they will accept you for who you are.
That's so true. I've been seeing the Instagram stories, and oh my god, the love you give each other is so sweet. I love it. I love to see it.
Yeah, so that makes me more comfortable and more confident in myself. But like, for example, like in uni or at school, I'm more less confident person, and like I prefer being more quiet. So it's like there's a big difference. Yeah, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, I saw your Instagram stories, and then you guys just like compliment each other's dance moves and then give other little gifts. It's just so heartwarming to see. And for me, I feel like I actually had some communities that were kind of, I wouldn't say forced upon me, but then it's like I don't have a choice. So back then when I was younger, I had to go to church. And
I was literally just thinking about that. When you said forced upon me, I was like, yeah.
And it's not something I believed in. It's like when I was younger, I didn't really think whether, okay, this is true or not. But then now that I look back, it's like, I don't believe in that. So as I grew older, I just felt like it was a waste of time to go back. So it's not really a community that I see myself like part of, but I went there like physically, but not like spiritually connected. But then now that like I'm older, and then I feel like there are communities which I put myself in instead of like it's forced upon me. So this community would be I think the vegan community lately.
Okay.
So it just like, well, in Hong Kong, there isn't really a big vegan community. And I hope there will be at some point. But then why I say this is a community for me, it's because when I go online and I see people maybe on Instagram or YouTube like sharing some really tasty vegan recipes, and then I would feel safe to try that. Like it's something that I could resonate with, like when they share their experiences, when they share their vegan travels. It just it will be like, oh, I actually ate that in Seoul before as well. So it just makes me want to look more at what other people are doing within this community.
Oh, damn! I like that. I really like that. That's so wholesome, because like I feel like, especially like with the internet now, there's so many different types of communities that you can find and be a part of. It's endless. It's actually insane. So actually, going with that note, I do have one more question that will be a table discussion question, but I want to save that for after the game, because I really do want to introduce you guys to something. I do want to talk about online communities for a minute, because like, oh my god, crazy, let's talk about Reddit communities, okay? Because a lot of the communities that I found, of course, there are so many ways to access communities, guys. Blogs, YouTube, literally comments. Like, you could comment something and someone will have the same opinion as you, and you feel like you're same, like, part of that community. It could be that too. But honestly, okay, I took one search on Reddit on the communities that were there, and my mind was so blown. Can I just tell you guys some of the like most random ones?
Yes.
Before we start the game, okay? One of them is just r/I bleach.
What?
I don't know why that's a community. Some people are really, really interesting. There's one that is like r/no context pics, which I would low-key be a part of.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
I love things that are low-key a little
That's
out of
funny.
pocket sometimes.
That's funny.
My other favorite one now was r/infinite world problems, which I only got to after going down another list of 50 different sub-communities of different types of world problems, each with a different separate definition, getting even more getting more philosophical as it went down. Like every single one was a thought process. Like, you know that meme where it's like the math in the brain?
Yes.
Then the math over here. Then like, let there be light. That's what these subreddits were. And it was so like, it broke my brain trying to understand all of it. But that's the beauty of the internet. I want to ask you, are you guys part of any online internet communities? Or been part of?
I would say yes, but I'm ashamed to admit it.
What was it?
What was it? Tell me. If you tell, I'll tell.
I mean, okay, it's not that bad, I think. So, I do watch a lot of anime, but my fucking God, I hate the communities. They are so shit, man. And the people are so fucking weird. I mean, some of us are genuine normal people just trying to enjoy shows and manga, but then the rest of them are all fucking freaks.
Somebody gonna match my freak.
I can't go into a single like anime subreddit without there being somebody sexualizing something.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true. There's always gonna be a fandom about a certain anime.
Yeah, we're gonna skip past that because I don't want to get too heated.
Okay, Lance doesn't want to get canceled, guys. Let's not cancel Lance.
Yeah, please. I didn't do anything wrong.
What about you guys? The rest of you guys, any communities that were online that you've been part of?
I don't know if it's kind of a community, but I used to be obsessed with Musically.
Oh
Musically?
my goodness.
Oh my god!
Don't you give up? No.
Don't give up. No.
Let me love you.
I used to be obsessed with it because it was like a trend back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I used to like film it.
Oh,
But I
me
post it
too.
privately because like it's too cringy to even like watch it back.
I think my Musicallys are still up, and I have no way of like getting them down. So like,
Same with my girlfriends.
oh my days,
Selena's-
are freaking embarrassing.
Selena's Musicallys are, and she sends them to me sometimes.
I don't even know how to delete my account anymore. So like, freaking hell, my digital footprint, man.
Yeah.
So bad.
No, for real. Like people overseas, because they still have TikTok, they'll like find my account or something, and this is so old, and they'll send me videos to be like, Ritz, what is this? I'm like, I don't know. I can't get rid of it, babe. And it's like me doing a transition video like this with some makeup on after, and it's so embarrassing, bro.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
what do I
Like
do?
transition in Musically was so popular
Yeah.
back then.
No, with
Like,
the little
100%.
yeah.
and I was like,
Not my proudest moment, but I
Same.
feel like kind of an event, you know?
Yeah.
and an event as hell.
I mean, I don't know if I would like consider these ones little communities as well, but like maybe they're little trends that ended up becoming little communities. Like, oh my goodness, like the loom band, slime.
God.
Yeah.
Also, different
Dance.
TV show communities like freaking Dance Moms.
Yeah.
I was a massive fan of that.
I was a massive
Yeah,
fan.
massive fan. What
Guys,
else?
I didn't know this. I'm
Like,
so excited now. What the fuck?
The British vloggers, like I don't know if you remember Zoella.
Yeah,
Alfie Days.
Zoella.
Dude, like I was a part of that community.
Joe Sugg, Casper Lee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Josiah, Casper, freaking love those people. What else? I don't even remember. Like,
Y'all
Okay.
fulfilling my inner childhood choreo.
Have you heard of like there was a YouTube channel where there's a lot of like girls that are around 17 or
oh my God, 7 Supergirls.
Me and Chris are just looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I have no idea what they're talking
I
about.
used to watch that shit religiously.
Have you heard of the lore behind them? Like, apparently, like they're grooming these freaking like children.
Yeah.
It was like a massive
Yeah.
thing. Uh-huh.
I did not think I would unlock this little like core memory in my head right now. This is crazy.
Dude, those little freaking communities, man.
Y'all are crazy for that.
Yeah,
Oh my
hell
God.
yeah.
Wait, okay, that was so good. But let me tell you a part of what, like one community I was part of growing up. So I was really, really big into conspiracy theories.
Oh, same.
And I was part of a Facebook conspiracy theory group. And I actually posted once and it got like 1,000 likes.
Shit.
And there was so many debates in the comment section.
What was
was
that?
I don't even remember what the fuck I spoke about.
No, you know it's real because she's crying. Proud moment.
Bro, it was so funny. I remember I couldn't believe it. I was like, yo, Mom, I made it. Mom, I made it. I made it on a little community about conspiracy theories.
Dang,
Facebook
crazy.
community at that.
Bro, if one day I find it, I promise I'll bring it back up on this podcast because it was so
Do it.
fucking funny. Okay.
How old were you?
I think maybe 14.
That little brain of yours conspiring already.
God, I don't even know why I did it, but I was so into that shit because, like, you know, like, oh my God, back in the day, before he got canceled, Shane Dawson.
Oh, yeah.
I was a big fucking fan, and especially like his conspiracy
Yeah.
theory videos got me hooked, yo. I would look forward to that shit every time he posted until he got low-key a little canceled, and now I'm like,
Bro, the shit
we
he was
move.
posting before the conspiracy theories were
I
problematic.
know,
Yeah.
but I was a kid, okay, and I didn't know, and now I'm older, and I'm like, oh damn, okay, never mind.
The fact that we consumed that stuff though is crazy at
No,
like
for real.
the young age of what 14. Insane.
Anything else, guys, that you guys have been part of?
Well, I actually don't think I was like part of an online community.
Really?
Like I would just like look at different things online, but I wouldn't like comment or say anything or post myself there because I actually never used that much social media until I got to
Okay.
university.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay, but can I
Healthy
ask?
lifestyle.
That's so true. Can I ask a like follow-up question? So like even if you weren't actively part of these communities in terms of like you wouldn't participate in them, did you ever find yourself like going back to them just to see like what people were saying, look at the opinions, look at what was being spoken about? And that way, would you guys still consider that as being part of a community? If you still affiliate with the things that were being said, or like if you resonated with things that were being said, would that still mean you're technically part of it but not really part of it?
I think it definitely means you're still part of it. You don't have to be like an active participant in a community
Yeah,
in
I
order to be a part of it. Like you could just be passive on the side. I mean, if it aligns with your interests, then it aligns with your interests, and it's a
Fair.
community that you're part of.
That's fair.
I mean, I'd say like even just me subscribing to certain YouTubers, like
Yeah,
I'd say I'm
yeah.
a part of that community.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
For
know
sure.
about Yes Theory.
Oh
I'm obsessed with Yes
of
Theory. Like
course.
I would love to consider myself part of that community.
I
like-
love it.
Yeah. So
Just
I
say
don't
yes.
think you have to necessarily comment or be active, but As long as you follow them, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I feel like that's the case for like my case of like a vegan community. Like I see myself being part of that. Like I don't comment, but then I would look at those vegan memes, vegan recipes, and then see like what people comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess like I don't have to be active in order to feel I'm part of it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad we established that. So, clearly, we know that everything is on there for every type of individual to join to be a part of a community.
Unfortunately.
From tattoo artists to sports fans to history buffs to animal lovers, addictions, fetishes, little strange ones. The list is endless. So, with that in mind, and on the topic of discussion, let's move on to the game because this is going to be a really good one. I promise this has been tried and tested, so you guys will definitely be stumped. Okay. So we're going to play Real or Fake r/communities edition, okay? So I'm going to present you guys with an r/Reddit community group, and you guys have to decide whether it's real or fake, okay? And after you do, I'm going to tell you guys whether it is real or fake, and if it is real, I will show you guys the number of members, I will show you guys what the community is about, and my favorite post from that community.
Love it.
Now, obviously, I'm going to split you guys into two groups, and I've given you real or fake signs, and whichever ones you think are real, you put up the real one. Whichever you think is fake, you put up the fake one.
Oh, no. Fuck it.
Oh my god. Wait, okay. So I've made a little presentation for you guys.
Stop.
Okay? And we're actually gonna play. So I'm really excited. I hope y'all can see this at home. Okay.
Do we have points?
Oh, we definitely should have points.
Okay.
Because
So-
I'm very competitive.
I'm not gonna tell you how many fake ones are there because I feel like
Okay.
that'll make it too easy.
Okay.
For every one that you get right, let's say 2 points, and for every one that you get wrong, -1 point.
Are the
Negative
fake ones
one?
like you made them up on your own?
Oh, shit. Okay.
And y'all know Reddit communities are already so out of pocket, so you're not gonna be able to tell.
Okay.
I think I did a pretty good job. Okay, so let's start with community number 1. r/real bees fake top hats.
Sorry.
Real or fake?
Real what? Real bees fake top hats.
What the frick?
That's 100% real.
Real bees. No, yeah, that is so specific. It has to
Real
be
bees. I feel like it's probably a reference to something.
real bees.
I can't even understand.
I don't know.
Real
thing.
bees
Oh, no, like-
fake top hats.
Ooh.
It has to be like a reference
Yeah.
to something. Something
I don't know
like
why.
really
I don't know
niche.
why I'm thinking for
She's
bees
looking
is
at me like-
Beyonce. Like,
It's too good, bro. I'm so excited. I can't wait. This is
Yeah.
gonna be
Okay, okay.
insanely good.
Ready?
Fake?
she did.
Okay,
don't
and
know.
I'm gonna give you guys 3 seconds, and you gotta hold up what you think it is. 3, 2, 1. Hold up. What did you guys put? Y'all think it's fake? Y'all think it's real, guys? This is a real community. This is real.
I told
Let me
you.
tell you. This one got 109,000 members, 109,000 active members. And of course, literally the group description is a subreddit devoted to real pictures of bees with obviously fake Photoshop top hats. No more, no less. And this one is my favorite.
Oh my god.
cute.
What a distinguished gentleman.
Right? We love.
Wow.
Okay, next one is girl with a pearl earring. Girl with a pearl earring.
Fake? You think?
What do you guys think? Y'all have 5 seconds, and then y'all gotta put your answers up.
Wait.
Sorry.
You think it's fake?
Do you think it's fake or real?
Girl with the pearl earring.
Girl with a pearl
Not
earring.
earrings.
With a single
I think
pearl
it's real.
earring.
We could
Singular.
try. I mean, it doesn't matter. We can just guess. Like,
I guess it's real. You wanna try going for it?
sure. I guess.
Thoughts?
Pearl earring.
Thoughts?
So fake or real? Fake.
Now, never brothers. Okay, ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna give you guys 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hold up your signs. Y'all think it's real? Y'all think it's fake? Guys, it's real.
What is it?
What is
Just girls with singular.
It's just there's 382 members. This one's a small community, and it's just a bunch of Photoshop parodies of the painting "A Girl with a Pearl Earring."
Oh.
And this one was one of my favorites because there were 6 different renditions,
Dang.
and one of them is literally a vegetable made into like the thing, and so I love it. It's really, really cool. I hope y'all enjoy. Okay, next one is, did I microwave this right?
Dude, I feel like that's real. I would search
feel
that
like
up.
That's fake.
Did I microwave
I
this
feel
right?
like that's fake.
Or slash.
Okay.
Why do you have to? What's the correct way to microwave things? You put it in the thing.
Yeah.
Just
do
so
you
you know,
know?
I've literally put a stainless steel pot in the microwave.
You are fucking stupid.
And halfway through, I realized like the
Wait,
one
I
thing you
don't
shouldn't
know.
put in the microwave is
I
fucking
know.
metal.
Because it sounds real, but it might be fake.
Yeah.
How do I give you a chamat, bro? That means a slap. No.
My sister was so disappointed. I burnt myself because I was
That's
like, "Shit,
crazy.
it's so hot."
Yeah, obviously, because you put a fucking steel pot in the
Oh my
microwave.
God.
Guys, we know Sandra's a bit special now. Not kidding.
It sounds real, but
Yeah, it sounds
Right.
real.
Okay, guys, 5 seconds,
I
okay?
trust.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
I
3,
don't know. Real?
2, 1,
Okay.
hold up your signs.
Is it?
Fake, real, guys. This one was fake. I
Yes,
I made it up.
Shit.
Okay, next
I would
one.
have been part of
R
our
slash
community.
ah.
That's real for sure.
That's
Yeah,
real.
That's
Just
real.
ah.
Yeah, that's real.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Signs up. Okay, both of you think it's real. It is real. It is
Yeah.
real. It is real. And this community has 325,000 members.
Dang.
That's
What
a
do they
lot.
do?
The group description's literally ah.
Is that all they do?
It's just, and this was my favorite one. It was a cat going ah. That was the best part about it. Okay.
That's great.
Next one. R slash this bean is big.
Fuck!
R slash this bean is big.
Huh?
Nah, this should be real.
Yeah.
Or it's either Ritz fucking eating beans and being like, "Oh shit, that bean is big."
I think it might be
I
real.
don't know.
Let's go.
People are too like, what the fuck?
What do you guys think? R
I
slash
think it might be real.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
this bean is big. Also, y'all can play along at home. I hope y'all are really enjoying this because this is really fun. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Answers in the air. Real? Real?
Real.
Guys, I made this shit
Okay.
up.
Okay.
Fucking beans. We're eating beans.
No.
Oh.
I don't like beans.
Oh.
Okay, next one. This can't be real. R slash this can't be
that's
real.
This is real.
Well,
What do you
it says
guys
it can't be real, so it's fake.
It's real. I think it's
Yeah, I think so too.
What the fuck? Okay. Guys, R slash this can't be
That's okay.
real. 3, 2, 1. Answers in the air. Real? Real? Y'all, I made this shit up.
There's no way. There's no way.
I searched it. I made sure I double checked with all of this to make sure that they didn't exist. This doesn't exist.
Dang. Fooled me.
Surely.
Yeah.
No, guys. Nope. Okay, guys. R slash bread stapled to trees. R slash bread
This was
stapled
real.
to
This one's
trees.
pretty real.
I
This one's
posted
real, yeah.
something on it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. It is real. I knew you guys would get that one. So this one has 332,000 members, and it literally is just a subreddit dedicated to pictures of bread on trees. My favorite is donut hole on oak. Donut hole on oak. It is so tiny, but it is there, and it is so cute. I love it.
Dang, we should make one of our own.
I know.
We should upload to this
We
subreddit.
really should. We should put it on one of the HKU trees in the garden.
Would we be fined if we stapled something to a tree?
Bro, birds would probably eat it by the time
Yeah,
they
they'll
eat
probably
it.
get rid of the
Yeah.
evidence before we get caught.
Fair.
Okay, next one. R slash wolves with watermelons.
dude, this has to be real. I feel like the more
Wolves with
ridiculous it
watermelons.
is, like, that's how you know it's real. Every single time we fucking said fake or like real to something that could have been real, it wasn't real. It was fake.
Wolves with watermelons. I don't know, man. I think Rich was playing with alliteration.
Yeah.
This one is
I guess y'all will have to find out. Guys, discuss.
So we're doing
discuss.
fake.
Y'all got
Versus
5
us.
seconds. 5, 4, 3,
Yeah, that's right.
2, 1. Give me your answers, guys.
Fake.
What do you guys think?
Okay.
Fake? This shit real, y'all.
Fuck.
This shit real, y'all. It's
I'm
got
so sorry.
61,000 members, okay? And it is literally just a subreddit dedicated to wolves with watermelons.
That's crazy.
This one's my favorite because of the caption, lost in the sauce.
Dang.
Lost in the sauce.
He's me for real.
Clearly, lost in the sauce, bro.
Did you just motorboat the air?
We're gonna cut that out. We're gonna cut that out.
No, we're
That's
not cutting
gonna
that
be-
out. She went.
Sandra, save me the embarrassment, please.
I can't do it. So, what's the next one, Rit?
Next one. Okay. How cool is that?
No, that's fucking
Fake.
fake.
R
That's
slash,
fake.
how cool is that?
Really?
That's just fake.
Y'all think it's fake?
Yeah.
Confident?
Yes, confident.
Y'all caught on to it, yo.
Hell
fake.
yeah! I'm telling
It's
you,
fake.
I'm telling you. The more
Okay.
ridiculous it is.
Damn it.
Okay.
Okay. R slash.
Real!
R slash.
What the huh?
Wait, let me try to read it. Let's try to decode it.
Yeah.
Try to read it.
We think we found other things mashed just around Jupiter.
To realize all that could have actually
Been.
Oh yeah.
This is what it
Real.
is, by the way.
Only thing I saw was like rats and cab.
Rats and cats.
That's it. Like
Yeah, let's go.
What do you
shit
guys
real.
think? Real or fake?
I'm actually a mod on this subreddit, so yeah.
Sure.
real.
3, 2, 1. Answers. You guys think it's real?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. It's real.
That's
It's real.
crazy.
There's 94,000 members, and
Jesus
it
Christ.
is when the water flows over the milk jug at just the right angle to create a bubble. And what that means is this, and it's displayed by an onion. You know when you put something over like water, or you take a spoon
Yeah.
and it makes that perfect circular shape with water? So it creates that bubble, and
Jesus
this is done with
Christ.
onion. And literally the caption of the post is just onion. That's why I loved it. Classic, simple onion. Okay, next one. R slash tires are the enemy. R slash tires are the enemy.
It might be fake. I think
Thoughts?
it's fake.
I mean, I've definitely thought of fighting tires before, so.
Can you explain more about that? I would like to know what agenda you have against the
I don't
tires.
know. They just be looking at me funny sometimes. They just be looking at me funny.
The way
I'm like,
they
what's up?
They roll.
Wanna
they're
go?
like-
Yeah, like so nonchalant like that. Like, what are you so nonchalant about? Give a fuck, dude. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind.
It's the end of a semester.
Yeah.
I can tell the
we're all
deadlines are
losing
catching
our
up.
minds,
Yeah.
honestly.
Excuse
Okay,
me.
decide, guys. Tires are the enemy. Real or fake?
Fake.
3,
trust you.
2, 1. Hands in the air. Fake? Really? Guys, this is real.
Oh shit.
What?
And like, this has 236,000 members, okay?
I'm joining that immediately
And
after this.
the caption is, the tires are out to get us.
Yeah, for real.
And this is my favorite because the caption is, the enemy grows stronger and greater impacts.
Yeah.
What the?
I'm telling you guys, they be looking at me funny.
He knows what's up, yo. They're growing larger, and they're
We
definitely
need-
coming in
We
packs.
need to fight back.
So, do the wheels on the chair scare you?
There's more.
You're on
They're
4
everywhere.
wheels right now, you know?
Oh my god.
We're losing it, guys. We're losing it.
Okay. That was it. I hope you guys enjoyed
That was fun. That was so
that
funny.
edition of Real or Fake r/Communities
Real or
edition.
fake.
Okay, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed that little segment of
did.
I
r/Communities.
did.
Communities.
That was fun.
I hope that we could continue this game in the next following episodes because it's so good.
Maybe.
So random.
Maybe.
But anyways, let's go back to one more little roundtable discussion question that I do want to talk about. And this one is also just as interesting. So guys, just as the patterns in a kaleidoscope change, as you know, you tilt it here, tilt it there, so do our roles in our relationships within communities. That's why I want to ask, do you tend to look to your community to fulfill your purpose or aim to fulfill the community's purpose?
Do all communities have a purpose?
I would say all communities do have an underlying purpose. It doesn't need to be an obvious purpose, but the main objective goal of every community is to put people together with similar interests. So that I would say is the underlying purpose, regardless of whatever context. Maybe let me break it down. Let's first talk about what kind of roles and relationships you have with your community. I'll start. So within my own community, at least within my university community, I would say the type of relationship I have with them is very family-like. Like, we all can depend on each other if we need something from one another, and we know we will always be there for each other if the other person needs something. In terms of if that's necessarily our role, I would say it's our unspoken role as friends part of this. We all know that if someone's going through something, we're always going to be there no matter what. And if someone needs something, we will always be there no matter what. In our relationships, of course, it's a big community. And so there are little separate individual relationships with different people. But I would say that that doesn't take away from the entire, I would say, purpose of our group, which is ultimately just to have a safe space to hang out and be ourselves within. So I guess that's a little more chiller way of describing the question, but what do you guys think?
I mean, for me, I guess, like, for uni, I'm studying education, right? So I'd say I'm part of, like, the education community in terms of, like, teaching others, but also at the same time being taught myself. The main reason why I wanted to become a teacher is to influence, and also just, it's a passion of mine. I feel like people, especially good teachers, are able to have an impact on their students, and I kind of want to be that too. So just by being part of that community of teachers, it fulfills like a purpose in me. I feel like, oh, you know what? I feel like I'm going to be doing something great in the future. But I also feel like I am fulfilling that purpose.
Like fulfilling
I
the
don't know.
community's purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so as
I
much
do
as
see
they're
that.
giving me purpose, I'm also like fulfilling my own purpose.
Okay, so it's like a give and take
Yeah.
both ways. Okay, maybe let me try to clear this up a little bit more. I've written down one thing, and this could be more where sometimes you tend to look into a community to fulfill your purpose. So this is it's such a small situation, but say, do you ever have those moments where you've had an argument with a friend and you've searched up, like, how do I know I'm in a bad friendship? And like the first video that you've watched, you've like look at some tips on how to, like, signs to get out of them, and you look at the comments and you find some comfort in the same people that have literally gone through what you've just gone through maybe 2 minutes ago, 2 months ago, 2 years ago. I would say that's still technically a community that you relied on to feel and sought out comfort from. but it doesn't mean that you're fulfilling that community's purpose, you know? It's more like you're going to those communities, like smaller communities that have been formed to maybe get some advice, maybe get something out of it, but you don't necessarily have to give back. And that's so okay. There are so many communities where you can go to them and seek something that you need and then go, or you can also just be there to provide. It can go both ways. So that was just like a little funny one.
Oh, so it's like whether in a community you're in the role to provide or receive.
Yeah. It can be both, but I would say that there are some scenarios where you go to communities to receive and go to communities to give. Yeah.
That's something I actually haven't really thought of before.
Yeah.
This is something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is scary.
I'm glad I'm tickling your guys' brains a bit.
I'd say that I kind of provide for the vegan community. Like, it's very little though. Like, I couldn't do much. It's
And
just
that's
that,
okay. It's still something. It's still something.
Thank you. It's just that, like, I don't eat meat, eggs, or dairy. So it's like a lifestyle thing. And then sometimes I feel like I also kind of influence the people, like, near myself, like my family, my friends. Because when they eat out with me, then maybe sometimes they would be like, oh, let's go to that vegetarian restaurant. So they end up not eating meat for that particular meal. So maybe that's how I'm kind of, like, providing something. And at the same time, I'm receiving fun recipes that I could always look forward to trying. And then sometimes it makes me really happy when my family likes it.
That makes sense. I do agree with that.
I guess I do have one. I've been recently obsessed with this YouTuber called The Wizard Liz. I feel like she is so great at giving advice. And I go and watch her videos mainly just to receive. So I'm not really providing anything in a sense because all I'm doing is listening to her talk and listening to the advice she has to give. But I feel like just by doing that, I sometimes feel so reassured in my experiences that I'm like, you know what? That's more than enough. So that's a community, I guess, where I like solely receive. As for like me giving, I feel like for the rest of those like other communities like dance, school, it's more so like a codependent type of like receive and give situation where it's a mix of both. Because I feel like especially within a physical community where you see those people, you just by sharing your experience, you're already giving. And just by listening, you're already like receiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like therapy sesh. So like communities are like mini therapy sessions, I guess.
That is so true.
Yeah, I feel like with physical communities, you get to give, like you get to share things more easily. Whereas like online, as you mentioned, like YouTube maybe, it's more difficult to actually provide something.
Yeah.
Unless, say, I don't know if this counts, but then if you subscribe, you kind of support. So I don't know if that's kind of like giving in some sense.
For me, like the dance community, because like I'm an exco in like dance, so like one of my duty is to like kind of like teach them, but I don't know if it's like kind of like giving them because it's also kind of my role as that exco, like an exco to help them. So I'm not sure if it's considered like giving.
Oh, it definitely is considered
I think
giving
it
because I
is,
feel like you're imparting your knowledge and your skills onto other people. Yeah.
Because like sometimes I feel like it's more. Sometimes I would say it's more like a duty than like my willingness to do it. But like sometimes it's like
feel
shift.
that.
Yeah.
I definitely feel that.
Yeah, but definitely I would receive a lot of knowledge, like being more open, like more open-eyed to like the different cultures in dancing than just like knowing, like for example, knowing how to like dance a certain genre of dance. So
I think that's like something I do want to touch on because when I was in the dance community, depending on the role I had, it really shifted like how I viewed my purpose within that community.
Yeah.
When I was a member, it was solely just to receive. I was learning from other people, and I felt like that my responsibility wasn't too extreme to the point where I can just enjoy being within that community and just enjoy receiving. Whereas once I ended up becoming like the ex-co position, I felt like I was giving more than I was receiving, and I no longer found that purpose to be as rewarding or as like exciting. I felt like, I don't know, me kind of stepping into that providing role made it so much harder for me to enjoy my purpose being there, because I felt like what I was taking from it was no longer the same. So instead of me enjoying being part of that community, it ended up becoming a burden for me. And that switch happened like so fast. And I think that's like the thing with communities, right? Depending on your role that you play in it, like it can change your perception of how you view it. Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly, because I was also part of like a society, the South Asian Society, and I was in it last year, and it was so much fun. Like I got to do a lot of editing, a lot of things like visuals, a lot of like just putting things together and making my visions come to life. Obviously now I'm not like part of the Exco anymore, but like when I do see what's like going on and like around it, I am still a member of like the entire society. But it also is like sometimes I do feel like, damn, I kind of wish I didn't leave, because I do want to put more into it and I do want to give more. And like in a way, giving back to that was also ultimately kind of like giving me a positive feedback of like actually fulfilling my own purpose, because like being a part of that team, I got to do something that I love to do. Not that I don't get to do it now, come on, like I get to do it with this podcast too. But like in terms of just having different avenues of being able to do it. So like now when I'm part of that community, I feel like it's nice to be not an outsider, but like looking out from an outside in. But also I kind of wish I was back looking from the inside out, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I know that they change depending on your roles, but sometimes I wish I could go back.
That's also like really weird thing to consider, because for me, I'm so glad I left when the time came. I feel like if anything, I was extending my stay in that community because I no longer felt happy. But like with you, it's the opposite. You felt like you wish you ended up staying longer. So that's like a really hard thing. It's like knowing when the right time is to leave from that community, because sometimes like you regret it, sometimes you don't.
That is so true. That is so true. On the topic of that, Lance, do you want to say anything about this question? He's so zoned out.
I'm literally just here like thinking. I'm thinking. I'm taking in all the information. You guys are making me question things. Yeah. Don't put the spotlight on me right now.
No, it's okay. It's so okay. Don't worry. I wanna kind of wrap it up with one small question that I just thought of on the spot. So like, because we're all talking about the way we've kind of left some communities, wish we've been part of some communities, things like that, would you guys say your exits or entrances into your communities now and in the past were kind of natural, and they happen like, you know, like, okay, you went in, you fulfilled your purpose and you went out? Or would you say they were more like abrupt ends or abrupt entrances,
like spontaneous?
Yeah, more spontaneous than like just going into it.
I'd say now, whenever I enter a community, it's a little bit more intentional. I find communities that I find align with my values and my morals and just what I enjoy. Whereas in the past, I would literally join any community just for the sake of it. Like in high school, I was part of like the netball community, touch rugby, I don't know, like speech festival, all those like different things where I was like, dang, like, do I even enjoy this? No, I don't really. But I kind of just put myself into like those communities because I was like, what can I lose? Whereas now, if I join a community, I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting because I enjoy dance, or that sounds interesting because I enjoy how like they're really creative. So
it's more, rather than being put into something, you're more like, okay, if I really want to be a part of it, I will now. Oh, I love that. You know what's so funny? You saying like the speech festivals. I was so forced to do bilingual festivals, like to read in Chinese and then read in English, and I had to really
Yikes.
emote, you know? I had to really like put my oomph in it. And it was so funny. I won first place though. Like one time I still got the little trophy up there. They loved my Chinese. I was like, thanks guys.
從前明月光，疑是地上霜。
You know that poem?
舉頭望明月，低頭思故鄉。李白。
Birdie.
Yo,
Yo.
my voice left the
fuck
chat,
was
yo.
that?
What?
Dude, it's like a canto poem.
Yeah.
Oh my god, love that.
Oh my god.
Crazy. Okay, what else? What do you guys think?
I was so out of nowhere.
So communities.
Yeah, communities. Right.
I agree with Sandra. I don't think so. But I don't think I'm like spontaneously joining a community. It's depends whether I'm interested or not, or whether I'm a passion. Because like, I don't think you want to force yourself to be in a community because of like others' influence or your friends' pressure to want to be
Yeah.
part of it.
That is so true, but unfortunately, sometimes you really just get pushed into things that you don't want to get pushed into.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even now, yes, I am technically part of the Filipino community, but I also make that active choice now that I'm older to not be as active within
As
that
affiliated.
community.
Yeah, I get you. It's
Yeah.
the same with the entire Indian community. Don't get me wrong. I think there are some really, really
Yeah.
great people, and I've
Yeah.
met some of my bestest friends through that. But I've also met some very questionable characters
Oh, yeah.
through
110%.
all of these communities, and definitely am very happy to not be a part of it anymore. Because I do understand that things go both ways, and there were some things I do, some things other people do within communities, but there are also boundaries and lines that should not be crossed. And so, yeah, always look out for yourselves, guys, within a community too, because it can be very overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lance, damn it! Tell me more. Tell me something.
Ooh, I have one. What is like a specific thing that happened within the Filipino community that like either made a really good impact on you or like rubbed you the wrong way?
Ooh, good question.
Okay, maybe if I say this will like ring a bell. Whenever I go to family Filipino functions, the aunts and uncles there make it a point to comment on like how I look physically. They'll be like, the first thing I'll like come up and be like, wow, you look so beautiful, but like, wow, it looks like you're gaining a little weight. Are you eating a lot right now? Or
Yeah, I'm learning from you, babe.
Yeah,
learning
like,
from you.
it's crazy the comments they'll make.
I hate the comments that.
Or like back when I was in high school and I like didn't have the clear skin, they'd be like, "Oh, I know this place and like you should totally get your skin checked out because da da da." I was like, I didn't ask for like your advice.
Not
Like-
gonna lie. I mean, I did get comments, but I wasn't really affected by them.
Dang,
Like,
okay.
I genuinely like did not care what they said, and I mean, most of it was kind of positive actually.
Oh, that's
Because-
good.
Good.
Yeah, from my family. I mean, because it's like, how could it not be positive?
Okay.
No, I'm joking. But yeah, I think I'm going back to religion. I think so. My family, my Filipino family, is very religious. I think mostly on
Yeah.
my mom's side,
Same.
very Catholic. So I guess it's just like their belief in that sort of like made me want to divert away because I'm not a very religious person. So when they try to sort of like enforce or like try to push their ideals or like sort of like religious ideals onto me, it kind of like deters me away, because I sort of relate like Catholicism and like the religion that I'm in with being Filipino, because that's kind of where it stems from, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. So so it just like goes two and two. I'm not very religious, but they're trying to force that onto me, so I fuck off.
I'm pretty much the same. Like, my family is extremely Catholic. Growing up, I was baptized, had my first Holy Communion, had my confirmation, all of that stuff. I had no choice. Yeah, Sunday school. I had no choice but to attend. If I didn't,
Sunday mornings.
every 10
They
a.m.
suck.
I basically had to like go to that. I was forced to that, and I don't know. I'd say with my parents, they did kind of force me down that route. So for the longest time, I was very skeptical because I felt like I didn't have a choice in my beliefs. But now that they're more lenient towards me, I think I'm kind of just finding my own path within like that religion. But definitely when I was younger, that was like a community where I felt I was forced into instead of like...
Because I did not enjoy it at all. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's like I'm immature, but as a kid, I just want to like play around, have fun.
Yeah.
You have to sit in an hour-long mass.
You're not allowed to talk. You're not allowed to move. You're not allowed to like, I don't know.
I can't be on my phone.
Damn, y'all.
And then it's not like those churches in the U.S. where they have like the really
Songs.
like
Upbeat songs.
I mean, well, we do have songs at the church that we went to, but it's not like. They weren't that good. But then it's just like as a kid I did not enjoy that, and then they kept pushing more and more onto me, and then like telling me to like pray, telling me to do this, do that, saying I can't do certain things because of religion, and I'm like,
and it just kind of pushed you away more and more away from it.
Because it seemed more like a restriction than something that like would benefit me.
That's so fair. Yeah. So I do agree with you guys, but I also do see this in a little bit of a different way. In terms of like, say, the relationship with like anything to do with anything religious, I do see where you guys are coming from. But for me, initially, I used to think the same way because I used to go for Bal Vihar, which used to be our like kind of like Sunday school, but on Saturday. And like it was just like a God class for an hour where you would learn about different stories, do a few prayers, things like that, and go back home, call it a day. I mostly used to go because my friends used to go, and I like, I wanted to spend some time with them on the weekend too, and we would do fun things after. But as I grow older and I see the like people around me, part of the same community. I'm Cindy, and it's like a little bit like different, but it's a smaller community, and I just feel like everyone in our generation can't really speak the language. A lot of people are losing touch with the culture, and like I just feel like it's I don't want the culture to die. Like if I have kids, I would want them to be able to. I want to pass on to them something that because this was such a big part of my life, and my parents really instilled those values into me. Like, it's not like I'm so religious or anything like that. Like, I just have a lot of respect for that, and I just find a lot of comfort sometimes when I'm stressed out in that. And so, like, being able to even conserve something small of it, like, say, even just the language of it, is still something that I want to do and I want to pass down. So like in terms of that, it's like it's a little tricky because they're not everything that I necessarily like learn or say in some ways that other people might, but there's still a small part of that community that I always want to keep with me, and I don't want it to ever go away because I've always in some moments found a lot of comfort within that. So yeah, I don't know, it's very 50-50.
I guess it's like just the varying degrees of which you support the community.
Yeah, 100%.
Same, like for me, I believe in God, and I feel like I'm to a certain extent, quite a religious person, but not to the extent of my parents.
Yeah, 100%.
I
agree.
believe in like a higher power and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of the extent to, like, a lot of my, the degree of my belief is not as strong as my parents because of how they kind of force me into that belief. So everything I know as of right now is just because of what they've like taught me and showed me, which I didn't necessarily agree with the means of how they did that.
Fair. That's so fair. I get you.
But I think now I'm on a path where it's just like I'm kind of figuring out on my own, and I prefer it that way.
Right? I agree with that. Like now it's the same for me. It's like kind of just navigating through it on my own, being like, what do I want to be a part of it? What do I not want to be a part of it?
Yeah.
Like now I get to make the decision.
Yeah, exactly.
And I really like that.
Yeah, you get to decide which parts you want to believe and which parts you just don't.
And that's so fine. But what do you guys think?
I feel like for me, when it comes to being part of the religious community, it's actually not something that was forced upon on me by my family or by my ethnic community. It's more like forced by the larger community, like society, if that makes sense. Because it's more related to getting into school, because they count, like you get to score more points if you are like part of, say if you're a Catholic, then you get to score more points for your interview.
We did go to a Catholic
did not
school.
know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
okay, that makes sense because
That makes sense, but like still,
I know
damn.
there are certain schools where you have to be baptized in order to actually get into that school, especially if it's like especially if you're going to a Catholic or a Christian school. Like it's kind of like the standard. Yeah.
I love that. Her mouth completely dropped.
So a lot of the times, actually, when I was going to church and I was kind of like helping out, I was like one of the altar servers, like you could just tell how many people were coming to church just for the sake of having their kids baptized so that they could go to those Christian and Catholic schools.
Yeah, I was literally one of those kids.
Y'all were meant to meet on this podcast today. Oh my god, this is too good.
Like showing up every single Sunday early in the morning for mass and classes, literally just for that certificate or whatever you call it. So it's I definitely feel like I'm being forced by society, like the educational system. So okay, this is kind of getting off topic.
But it's
that's
what
so
you had to
valid.
do in order to get into your school community.
Yeah,
right. I didn't think of it this way. I was just feel like I was yapping about like how I don't like the education system to be like this.
Yeah.
No, like it's so valid because if you think about it, think about like the world, right? At the end of it, first of all, it starts as humans being one whole big community, and then it's like peeling the layers of an onion to the core of you, where you're part of just your own thing. You know, like there are so many things that we're part of just unknowingly. Say students, we're part of a student community because we are students.
Yeah.
We're part of like young adults community because we're all young adults. Like, you know what I mean? We're all part of communities without whether we like it or not, just because of who we are and the little like quirks and traits that we have about each other.
Yeah.
You know, some you choose to be a part of, some you don't.
I think that's an interesting point too with Christy. It's like that's what you had to do in the process you had to go through in order to join that Catholic Christian school community.
Yeah.
I felt like, especially within dance too, like there's certain requirements you had to go through in order to be part of the community. Within HKU, we had to do or like reach a certain grade in order to be part of this community and have that prestige associated with our school. It's like, it's kind of crazy because whether we like it or not, we're putting ourselves in these positions where we're doing things that we either sometimes don't like in order to be part of these communities. And it's so annoying how sometimes certain communities have more prestige than others when in reality it's like,
We're all
at the end of the
humans at
day,
end
like
of the
doesn't even
day.
really matter. Like,
Yeah.
does it? But then, I don't know, that's just something to think about.
I agree. I so agree. That's actually really interesting.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm literally only at this university for the degree. I shouldn't be saying this on this.
no, but like, fair enough.
No, but that's so fair. Like, that could be the reason why you're part of this community is just because you have one goal, you need to fulfill it, and then you're out. You know what I mean?
And like that's
So
also
what?
a really interesting thing how like being part of a certain community sometimes gives you certain privileges that you don't even know. One of my friend, he was in CUHK and he was doing like a science education degree, and whenever he was talking to a lot of people, he was saying how like, whenever I spoke to other people and told them I was in CUHK and I was doing this degree, like their first reaction was like, wow, like you're so smart, you're so amazing. But then he ended up actually like dropping out halfway and moving into another university in like UK that's not as well known. And like whenever he spoke to other people about it, he was like, the reactions are so different. So it's like how people treat you depending on which community you're in, like significantly impacts like your, I guess, your reputation as well.
That is really, really true. Like, it's really, like, interesting that you bring that up because, like, when we were all applying for universities and things like that, even, for example, just courses of learning. Like, we had IB, we had BTech. BTech was so shit on by everyone who did IB. Like, looking back at it, I never understood why. It's like, why were you putting people down for no reason?
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it. Fine.
Yes,
I used to do it too. But like now looking back at it, I'm like, y'all, people were just trying to get an education and I'm putting you down for what?
Yeah.
You know, like it's just sometimes you realize things. Like sometimes when you're part of different communities, say like now that I'm kind of in a different mindset in different communities, surrounding myself with different people, I can look back at those experiences and reflect and be like, sometimes the community that you're around can affect your judgment too.
Yeah.
But then when you move and you get out and you evolve as a person and things change, other people's opinions and the way they see things then also change the way you see things, and you can actually reflect more. You know, I think that's really interesting.
That is interesting.
Okay, I feel like we've been yapping quite a bit this episode. So if you got, do any of you guys have anything else you want to say? If not, then I think let's wrap this episode up. Because damn, what an episode. And I definitely know what I'm going to be doing next on my late night endeavor. And it will definitely involve another deep dive into the complex world of Reddit communities. Because, guys, another edition,
Start one of your own.
another one. Let's do another game. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, guys, whether you're thriving or trying to find your place in the ever-shifting chaos that is the kaleidoscopic community that we're all part of, know that you have this kick-ass community to watch your back always. Remember, with every twist and turn comes new patterns and connections. So thanks for tuning in, and we will get to find out next episode, which is our biggest one yet. Stay tuned. Whether we have matured, maybe. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next episode. Bye-bye.